Ukrainians are marking a somber anniversary today. It was 1 year ago that missile strikes started raining down at dawn from Russia as the invasion began. And a ceremony was held today in Kyiv, where Ukrainian soldiers and the families of fallen troops were recognized for their bravery and sacrifice. Officials say they are trying to avoid having large gatherings which could be targeted by an air raid. People in Ukraine have lived under constant threat of missile strikes, and the United Nations estimates at least 7,000 Ukrainian civilians have been killed.
Слава Україні. І я дякую всім, хто
During a defiant address to troops at the ceremony today, Ukraine's president pledged to push for victory this year. Volodymyr Zelensky recalled the terror unleashed 1 year ago by the Russian invasion, which triggered Europe's biggest and deadliest war since the Second World War. A spokesperson for the Ukrainian Air Forces says the military expects several waves of Russian attacks today. Now, retired Major General David Fraser says after a year of fighting, there is still no clear end in sight.
So in the winter months, Ukraine now is regrouping, rearming, and essentially getting a lot of equipment from the West to actually go on the offense. And the same thing is happening on the Russian side. So in this past year, we've seen about 300,000 killed on both sides, a staggering number. And what's really worrisome is 2023 is going to be even more bloody. And quite frankly, neither side has the capability for a knockout punch. This is just going to be a battle of attrition, and whoever can resupply the other better will probably have a better chance of getting to the end. And quite frankly, what does the end look like? Probably a ceasefire.
Now, Raul Singh from Global Medic joined us also to discuss how the organization is responding to the ongoing war.
And the hard part is the end game is really not clear. Like, if there was a cessation of hostilities today, people can't go back right away to where they are. Are you seeing the demining incidents that's going on there? The country is littered with landmines right now. There's so much unexploded ordnance. There's so many buildings down. Where are people going to go back to? How are they going to go back to their homes? What's occupied? Like, where's your return of livelihoods? The economy is being crippled. So the end game's really hard. But right now, we're just focused on, and I hate to say it this way, we're just focused on keeping people alive.
Now, in Canada, about 40 rallies and candlelight vigils in support of Ukraine are planned from coast to coast today. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be in Toronto today and is scheduled to speak to the media about the anniversary coming up at 2:30. He'll be joined by Defense Minister Anita Anand. Trudeau will also take part in a vigil for the victims of the war tonight. And the Ukrainian flag will be raised outside City Hall this morning by Deputy Mayor Jennifer McKelvey and city councillors. The Deputy Mayor will also be at the Stand with Ukraine March organized by the Ukrainian Canadian Congress. That gets underway at Yonge Dundas Square at 6:30 this evening and will end at Nathan Phillips Square.